Hey guys, did you really watch PBS growing up? If so, you should remember the infamous PBS, or the famous PBS Kids Go block that went on for a little while. Now I don't know how long, but it was an amazing period of PBS Kids shows. I mean, it shows like Cyber Chase, Special Wolf Ruffman, The Electric Company, Maya Miguel, Arthur, which was incorporated into it because it was aiming for like a preteen demographic. But let's be honest, those shows were the basis of our childhood, and somehow you can still watch today. So today, just I'm going to go over the top three in my mind, my favorite PBS Kids Go shows. Now, apologies if I do come off as a bit standoffish. Again, this is my own personal opinion, so let's just respect it so we can get on with it. And number three, the New Electric Company. Now, this one was a standout for the ages. The show nowadays, when I look back on it, they had some cringy moments in it. Like, Shock the Beatboxer, I felt like some episodes, he kind of was necessary in some episodes. What was this whole point? Why did I watch it? But when I go back to watch it, I do remember one thing. We were able to be introduced to hip-hop culture, and we learned lots of grammar and everything. But come season 3, all this stuff seems to take a change for the worse. I mean, the show really got annoying, just unbearable at one point. So, if I'm being honest, what's the point? What is the whole point of just going through it? Like, through season 1 and 3, Francine was written to be a character who had flaws, but she was, in my mind, the best during season 1. A redeemable character with amazing stuff. Then, just come season 3, she's just an annoying train wreck, and just horrible in everything. So, I'm gonna move on to number 2 before I just get into a rant about the New Electric Company, a mainstay in my childhood. I still watch it sometimes, but it's just not my forte to watch a lot. And for number 2, we have Cyber Chase. Now you may be thinking, Isaiah, shouldn't that be number 1? It's like the one of the top 20 PBS Kids shows of all time. Mainly the PBS Kids Go best one. Well, no, it wasn't. Not in my mind. Again, shows can have an amazing impact when you first see it, but when you start to watch it over and over, you realize how dumb the plot can get and how annoying it got. Cyber Chase, that was the main flaw of its entire plot. They kept not catching Hacker. They never did. They always foiled his plans. So, why would I be wanting to watch a show over and over? It just gets so damn annoying. I mean, you come close to catching Hacker, and then he gets away, and like, miraculously, like, by the tiniest percent in the world. And I just can't understand it. But besides that, honestly, the show is just amazing because it teaches kids math skills. You can get taught slope, how to measure things with height, feet, and depth, math, multiplication, addition, subtractions, division, like order of operations, stuff like that. I mean, still, that's what Cyber Chase has been for many kids around the globe this time. Or, well, wherever you can find PBS Kids at. I don't know if it's in China or something, but who cares? But just remember, PBS Kids is a mainstay in childhood entertainment. And if you don't have cable or streaming service, if you have streaming services and just other things, then what is the point? Cyber Chase is still a mainstay in PBS Kids culture. You can still see it on PBS Kid. You can see it on the PBS Kids Video app. You can watch some of it on Amazon, though I will recommend doing the PBS Kids app instead. It won't have all the episodes, but again, Prime Video does have season 1. And now let's move on to some other things. And I'm gonna get to the honorable mentions right after this. Okay, let's get to the honorable mentions. For your honorable mentions, we have Maya and Miguel. Now, honestly, this was the show that introduced me to Hispanic culture besides Planet U, a programming block on WDFC, or as the Hispanic population or people in DC should know, is Univision. I watch it a lot, and that was my first introduction to Hispanic culture. Being away from home with my nana on the weekends, there is no way to watch cable, so I turned to 14.1 to see Spanish versions of my favorite Disney and Nick Jr. shows like The Backyardigans, Mickey Mouse, Handy Mandy, Lazy Town, JJ, the Jet Flying Plane, whatever the heck that was, until 10 o'clock. Then I would turn to NBC4 where they had the Sprout Channel block going on, which really was a main way to keep my cable ways going. If you don't know, I'll get into Sprout in a later video with that. And but besides that, Miami Go introduced me to Spanish. It had relatable characters. It was a short-lived PBS Kids show, but I mean, the lasting impact it had on it. I mean, the animation was great for 2000 standards. I mean, we weren't in the uncanny valley, and it still remains sometimes millennials' first way to be introduced to Spanish and in another language besides English. Arthur. Now I know Arthur is ending in 2022. It's just that I don't understand why it would end. I mean, at this point, my little sister was like, it's supposed to span out the entire third grade year. No, I think these kids are pretty dumb because every season they end up in third grade again. Do we get their grades or anything? Like, are they really, they must be really socially smart. But how did they not get into middle school by now? Hell, they should be in college or high school in 12th grade. It's annoying, because I'm like, if we don't get like a Arthur's Lakewood's last day, be like, please make that the end of the series. We need a good way to finish the series. But besides that, I mean, this show has been known and carried many millennials and Gen Z's childhood, and it's starting to carry Gen X childhood as well. I have a baby niece who watches this show, and I still watch it a lot. Sometimes because of the jokes that Arthur can make. They're subtle sometimes, but really can leave a lasting impact. Like the DW, an only child is what you're gonna be when I sell you. I mean, you still learn lots of just many good lessons on how not to bully, cultural lessons, like they introduced a character named Sheikh from Senegal and stuff, like how to deal with bullying and stuff and all that stuff. And then also, this show in general has just been, again, a mainstay in PBS media since its inception in 1996. Honestly, it was part of the PBS Kids Go block, if you don't know. But now I'm gonna get to number 1. But before that, I will start to do some tops. So maybe I'm not going to do some top 10. I'll start with some top 3 lists and then maybe go over the top 5 and then top 10 when I get the chance. So just let you know about that. Also, yeah, I don't know why I said that. That was weird. But let's be honest. PBS Kids Go is going to be mainstay in culture, and I think one of them really affected lots of people. So, let's get right. Oh, yes, another show I want to talk about, maybe Biz Kids. That's a, in my mind, it's a special and it's an honorable and dishonorable mention at the same time. Let me get into why it's the dishonorable. They were trying to teach financial literacy to kids when I was only like 5, and I didn't really like the show to begin with. Again, they are teen actors, so they are supposed to give us teen concepts, and they did it tremendously well. I mean, but like, I was at the age at 5, was like, I'm on Barney or Zaboomafoo or Ruff, and I am not watching this. Not today. That's kind of like how I was at 5 years old. I wanted something that could hold me, and this kid sadly just didn't grab me as well as I wanted other PBS Kids Go just do. That's why it's in the dishonorable mention list. So again, let's get on to number 10. I mean, number 1. At number 1, if you do know this theme song, I'm really hoping, I really want you guys to know this one because I think you should.
Life was missing its mystique. My squeaky toys had lost their squeak. And then, out of the blue, I saw the phone, and bam! My destiny was calling me.
Fat Drew Ruff, man. Oh my god, that show is just amazing. Everything you want just came from Fetch. You learned about science. You had an incredible array of child actors who brought liveliness to the show. Apparently, some of them ended up being they ended up having great friendships behind the scenes as well. And let's be honest, if I was in that situation as well, I would be happy because I know that I have friends for a long time. Plus, I get to help kids learn science skills. But Fetcher of Ruffman isn't on board for isn't number one for its educational thing. Fetcher of Ruffman was actually the first show that introduced science to me outside of Zabumafu. Fetch dealt with physical science in a sense. It dealt with it dealt with multiple arrays of science. I think it was physical science, earth science, biology, and biology and chemistry. With a bit of more non-stop on the side. Now, I think you may be wondering, Isaiah, where's Design Squad at? Where is it? That was going to be number 4, but in my mind, the top 4 list does not work on YouTube at all. So we're sticking to top 3. But to be honest, Special Rough Ruffman, I have nothing else to say about it. The show was great. The array of child actors that got put out 3 seasons, they were enjoyable as heck. But the sad part is that just with every PBS Kids Go show, their intended age group grew out of it, and there wasn't enough people to replace them, which, again, ratings plummeted. It wasn't that bad, but ratings dropped, causing the show that I know and love to Fetch Rough Ruffman to be canceled. But good news. Here's the good news. You do have people who post some episodes on Dailymotion, YouTube, Vimeo, and season 1 is fully available on Amazon Prime Video. I mean, besides that, you have to buy everything else, but I'd be willing to do that entirely because that's how much I love the show. I do hope that PBS knows is just shows like Fetch, Design Squad, Miami Go. They really carried our childhood and an array of others for the PBS Kids Go block. Now, I know that you may be wondering, is there's lots of other PBS Kids Go shows you did not get. Yes, I know. But these were just my favorite. So, I mean, I'll try to broaden my experience next time. Anyways, I really hope you guys watch. And just, again, go hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. And comment any ideas. I'm really kind of tired of just putting that and suggesting. I think if you like the video, you would subscribe. And if you don't, I'm okay with it. But I'll see you guys soon. Maybe like a week later. Because I have to do some, I'll have to do some school work come this Monday, so I'll just be gone for a bit. I'll see you guys next week, and that's my favorite YouTuber right now, Fan Striker says. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.